Hello and welcome back to another VLADdoodles sketchbook tour. This sketchbook tour, as all of my sketchbook tours, is a little bit late because I finished like a day for my birthday and I took 4 days off from work to rest and to celebrate my birthday, and I just did not post. I did not film. Well, I tried filming. Long story short, I never pressed record, and so I kind of just gave up time being. But I'm here, and today I really want to get it done, so artificial light is on because it's getting kind of late and there's no more sunlight. Got off of work a bit ago, and I'm ready to go. So first things first, sketchbook and charms. This one I got from an awesome mutual. Their name is Jen Chan. I got their mutual on TikTok. They make really cool stuff. They have like all kind of like different fandoms and pins and crocheted things and really cool stuff. I'll link them in the bio of this video, or like of the little thing. This sticker got from a Spirit Halloween. This sketchbook I got years ago actually from a Hobby Lobby. And without further ado, let's go through it and yap about it. Sorry if I'm like being really fast about it. I kind of want to go do some other stuff and work on some other things. First page. So this right here that says studies, it's there because originally this sketchbook was intended for just studying. So this sketchbook you'll see in a bit is actually a like dotted sketchbook and not a regular like schmegular sketchbook. And I've always had a problem with like drawing on like dotted or like gridded sketchbooks, and so when I first started the sketchbook I intended like, you know what, I won't use it for drawing or for like an actual sketchbook, but I'll use it for just like, you know, studying my books that I have, like art books, which didn't last long. I did like 2 or 3 pages and kind of gave up because it's not really the way that I study, even though I tried really hard to like make that work. And so yeah, now it's just a sketchbook that we're gonna get to go through. I think the sketchbook is still sold at Hobby Lobby stores, probably. I don't know, I've been there for a long time, but I'm not sure if this exact one. I mean, it's a very generic sketchbook. You don't really need to go to Hobby Lobby to get it. So these, you can see me attempting to study. And then here's where the first page actually starts, October 27th. I think even though it says October 27th here, I didn't actually start the sketchbook till a few days later. That's typically what I do anyways. Like, I'll start a new sketchbook, I'll put like the first page in, and I won't actually draw on it until like a few days later and like actually start sketching. Goals as per usual. I mean, this sketchbook, even though a lot of it is, I mean, no. In the beginning, a lot of it was just me fucking around, but I basically was like, I actually want to study a lot in the sketchbook, and so that's what I did. I just kind of studied everything. These first few pages, I think, until like the middle, kind of, it's just me doing whatever and kind of playing around with stuff. I think a lot of the sketchbook, actually, I went through a pretty big art block, and so everything is not perfect or nice or like, you know, good to look at. I kind of just putting things down and like trying out materials and stuff. This is the first page, I guess. These are the Rolo candies. I tried them because I hadn't had them for like years since I was a kid. Kind of disappointing. They weren't nearly as good as I remember them being, but things change. Random notes for myself and random sketching. Here's where I kind of start getting into like good habits. So I've started like, oh, I have to sneeze. I'm not cutting it either. I started like trying to get into the habit of warming up and like just drawing basic shapes. I think a lot of the sketchbook was me just like learning how to like study. I did lots of gesture drawing in the sketchbook, lots of like still lifes and things of the sort, and like quick things. And honestly, I think just looking at this, I have improved quite a bit, hopefully. This, I think I was studying a few different things here. I think mainly that I was trying to like look at and like kind of take notes on like Leyendecker. I love that artist. I have some of his art books, and so I was kind of just looking through and being like, what are things that stand out from like his artwork to me that I want to kind of incorporate into my own artwork. And then random sketch. I was gonna do a painting underneath it, but I didn't end up liking it, so I kind of took this cool paper that I found, or I think it was like the beginning of like watercolor paper, like I don't know what kind of page it was. It's like kind of to protect the paper, I guess, but I liked it, so I just used it and I drew on it. This, I want to do this more often. I basically took like 3 or 4 colors, or like I took like 5 colors, I think, and then I kind of just like slowly mixed them, and try to see how far I can like push the color, like what combinations I could get with like a simplified palette, which I think I typically use a pretty simplified palette in most things. Like I'm used to mixing all my colors, but I kind of want to start pushing things again and try more saturated things in the future because my style now is very desaturated. Then here, more studying, more warm-ups and such. And this comes from our first study session. These are all buildings and like backgrounds, which these get a lot better towards the end. And I try to be a bit neater with everything and start putting things in boxes. But all of these are like different buildings, and a lot of my studies are not perfect or nice or like they look nice. I kind of just get like the general stuff going on to kind of like learn how it feels or like looks like, and so everything overlaps. It's not super clean. A lot of them are also very fast. Like I get like 30 seconds to like 15 seconds to draw like a full background. I think at first too, a lot of these ones, I don't really draw a lot of it, or they're not very like coherent, but I think towards the end of the sketchbook, after like all the studying that I did over the course of the sketchbook, since basically Halloween, everything is very, I don't know, not clean and nice, but it's more coherent, and it feels nicer. And for a lot of these, I did just kind of like mix the buildings together. Like this is the one building, this is another building, this is like a bus, this is a different building, this is a smaller building in that building, this is one other building. Yeah. More warm-up stuff, random sketches. This one actually isn't random sketches, this is gesture drawing. And so again, lots of overlap and me drawing things. And one thing I do for gesture drawings, which it might, force me to be a bit lazier, is I sometimes, if I get too overwhelmed with something, I'll kind of zoom in on one thing. So back here you kind of see like just this helmet here, but it's mainly just because I got a bit overwhelmed with things. And for a lot of these, for gesture drawings in particular, there's no pencil. I mean, I don't think I draw with pencil very often much anyways, or like erase as often, but no like soft undersketch, no messy undersketch, just straight in with like pen and whatever I'm using, usually pen and ink of some sort. And on this one, I think there is a bit of pencil because I was kind of just starting to get into it again, so I wasn't very confident. And I think a lot of these kind of look kind of crazy, but I feel like they look even a little bit better in the future down the road. More random sketches and OCs, Shrimpington over here. OCs again, some paints that I got. I haven't got a chance to use these ones really. I'm gonna do more paintings soon though, so look out for that, I guess. Got some new pens and things of the sort. These are like those gel highlighters. I haven't got a chance to use them, but I do want to get into that too. More studying. And as you can see, there is not a lot of pencil. I think in this one too, I think I use pen in most of my sketchbooks mainly. I don't really use a lot of like pencil to begin with, but I think I want to get a bit cleaner with my lines because I do this thing where I have like, these under sketches with like a lighter pen or like a different type of pen, and then I go on top of it with like some type of like marker or something or whatever, like felt tip. But I kind of want to rein it in a little bit more and just like go on with the pen and try to like clean up my lines a little bit. I think right now they're alive and they're messy, but I want to go in more of a direction. Maybe, maybe not for all of my sketches, but for some of them. Oh, so these are the start of more gesture drawings. This time it was animals, but for some reason we mainly got birds, which I'm good at drawing, but if you look really closely, don't look really closely, there are some other animals in there that I'm not good at drawing, and this was me. This is all the same animal in the exact same photo. I tried drawing a red panda, and I don't know what about animals. I can draw certain types of animals, certain types of things. Anything fish related or crustacean related, or if it is like a bird, I can draw it for some reason. But if it's, I don't know, any mammal really kind of trips me up. I can draw tigers for some reason though, and I can draw like the back legs of horses. So I have that going for me, but I do have to get better at that. OCs in a car, random sketches. Random math, I do that a lot. I think this was for a animatic of some OCs that I have. I want to get back into it. I do have it planned out pretty good on my iPad, but I just have to get into doing that again. But that's going to be probably a lot later on because I have to actually learn how to animate. More random sketches. I had plans and ideas for this one. I did want to originally like take this image here and make a really cool like digital painting with it. I ended up scrapping the character, which I think is actually a really cool character, or looks really cool at least. And instead I used the background and an idea for the background for a different OC piece, which I never finished. So you'll probably never see that. Random sketches, you know, pens and stuff. These are pencil because I found this cool pencil on, it's not even a cool pencil, it's like a regular schmegular pencil, but it's really old and I found it on my grandmother's floor, like under her couch. And it was one of the best pencils I've ever used. And so I kind of went insane with it. And then here, I'm just more sketching the random stuff. At this point, I started like losing a momentum with the pencil because I was like, it's pencil though. I don't know if I like that. This, I won't even want to talk about this. This made me so angry. So we'll keep going. Trying to keep them into the pencil, couldn't do it. Then I start with pen, which these ones are all pen sketches, and I really like these ones actually. I love how these ones turned out. I used like a very, very fine, like 0.3 pen, and I have a particular one that's kind of scratchy, and it's kind of annoying to work with, but you can get very light lines, and so it's very good for shading, and I love it so much for that. This was some jerky that I ate. It was really good, so went in the Hall of Fame. More of these pen sketches and doodles of the sort. I really like these ones. I had like some ideas for like making it kind of like a live kind of creature, like kind of a puppet creature, you know? And I think I kind of explore a bit more of these kind of crazy, freakish creatures a lot towards the end. And I want to do more of those. I got some, this is for a review for something on TikTok or whatever. Got some new stuff. This actually also was for a review, but I feel really bad because I just remembered that I forgot to post anything of this or make anything of it. But I think the main reason is that it's all color pencil and stuff, and I'm not a big color pencil fan. I can't really do it. More warm-ups. I think these ones and were backgrounds today. So backgrounds, as you can see, they're kind of a little bit better. And random sketches of things. I think underneath they kind of look, there's like feet and hands. So I think we did a bit of those. Oh, Jolly Ranchers Zero Sugar. Pretty good, actually. I wasn't mad at these at all. I was kind of curious. I've never tried them before. They're great. I kind of went through the entire pack like it was nothing. Stuff to myself. Random sketching. I love these. And this is for texture. I like how it feels. So, I have that in here. More random sketches and things. I just want to do legs. I felt like legs that day. Also during, mind you, all of this is during my art block, so also during art block, but I did like the colors a lot for this. I think I might revisit this palette later on. I think I'd made these during like my lunch break, or like during like a break or something. I was like, oh, you know, I want to paint something a little bit, so I had like 1 or 2 colors out, or I think, actually no, I think these were mainly leftovers from my like watercolor palette. Like it was kind of just paints that were like kind of stuck on there, and I was like, oh, let's use these paints up, and that's what it looked like, and I was like, oh, this is so good. I have to recreate that. Also during my lunch break, random sketching and things going on. I did use this to make like a digital thing. I had wanted to test something out and it ended up pretty well. I liked it. Still very simple, but kind of cutesy. Twizzlers trees for Christmas. I mean, they're really good, so I put them in there. These are all from my Sonic the Hedgehog Pez head. I just sat there and ate them like, you know, like a pig that I am. Random sketches. I really want to find a good brown pencil, like a brown coal erase. It's really, I don't know, I want a good brown pencil to sketch in, if I do want to sketch in pencil, you know, but hard to find, but also, again, I don't like pencil that much, so there's no point in me wasting the money on it. Then these little butterflies in the Discord, me and Monty had stayed up, and we basically just, like, did origami, like, YouTube tutorials, and we learned how to make butterflies. And this right here was a like kind of sketch thing I did. I wanted to like, I don't know, I just wanted to draw a background, something like horror themed, something diner themed. I kind of like drawing the back of like restaurants and stuff. At this point, I think I kind of accepted that like, oh my gosh, I like backgrounds. And I do have a few other paintings and stuff like that, like with full backgrounds and stuff like that. Mainly with my other OC, Tom. I don't know, something about him and like his universe. I always have to give him like full backgrounds and like full setting. I love him so much. But yeah, I'm trying to get into backgrounds and draw those more often. So we're doing that a lot. Random sketching and things of the sort. More random sketching. Oh, this is a Tom. This is Tom. This is him right here too. I think this is still during his somewhat early development, so I was trying to like figure out what he looked like, his face, you know, most of the time. He's quite yummy. I love him. Sketches, new pens and stuff like that. More random sketches, things of the sort. This is also the same pen and like some brush pen, I think. Random sketches. This is some warm-ups, and then these are gesture drawings, I believe. But I was kind of lazy this day, so. This was gonna be a full thing. This is like a screen grab or like screenshot of a Love, Death, and Robots thing, and I love Love, Death, and Robots. Like, so beautiful. I really want to buy one of the art books so bad. I need it, and I want to do like a full painting like study basically. And I ended up not doing it. I kind of got like all the base colors down that I kind of wanted from underpainting, and then I got like a few highlights down or like some shapes down, and then I kind of gave up. But I might revisit it, maybe like at a smaller scale, maybe like half the scale of this, and try again. But it was really nice, but it was really overwhelming to like do on this huge page, you know, to start off with. So yeah. Random sketches. I think here's when I tried to use my dip pens, and I try again later on, but like they're not really the best paper for this, so it's not great. Dip pen stuff, and whatever. These are all like gesture drawings. This is all just like random sketches and doodles. More sketches and doodles. Well, this here, I think in particular, was from, so on the Discord, we had seen like a TikToker who is an artist, and they basically opened up their Pinterest and then refreshed it a few times, and like the first image they got, they would just like draw on one page and try to like connect the images together, like make it fit. We tried it. It ended up really bad for me, so I gave up, and it kind of moved on after that. Oh, this, I had gotten a set in the mail from a company. I think I posted a bit of this, but not a full thing. I honestly want to revisit like the design of this. This is a monkey that I discovered. It's a gold-headed lion tamarin, and I think they're really beautiful animals. Please go look them up. Most of them I think are like fully orange all throughout, like orange, like golden kind of colors. So pretty. So I took this, put in a little chair because I wanted to. That was cute. I thought I deserved a chair. Then I tried to make a character based on the design of this guy. I honestly don't like this guy as much. I think I should probably go back and like try something more fun now that I'm like getting into like design a bit more. I feel like it's very simplistic. I feel like we can really push like some of the shapes and things a bit further. And then this I tried to do like make it like a monster kind of thing, but I don't know, it didn't really move as well or like show as well. But yeah. Oh, and then fairy candy, of course. And then random sketches and doodles and stuff for the store. This is also for a video. This is the first rendition of like the shrimp mobile or the lobster mobile. I'm not sure yet. And this kind of like encouraged me to do more of these kind of things where like I start creating like my own like little cars and like exploring that, but like based on like bugs and crustaceans. I tried these. They're pretty good actually. I wasn't expecting it. And here's where we start all the cars for a little bit. This was just like a random hovering car, I think, or whatever. And this one is based on a lobster, but it's like a giant bus. And this one I think was more of like a tank build, but also a lobster. I really like the little feathers, or not feathers, like little tail pieces. And so for scale, like a 5'10" human right here, so it's very, very large. Then over here, it was the same kind of idea for this one, but maybe to open it instead of like a convenient way, you know, it would like open like this and like kind of, you know, that way. And okay, let's ignore my cat, guys. Ignore my cat. And then I had an idea for like a lab that was like a grub or something, and like a portable lab, and the back opened up kind of like a huge like panel in the front, like center panel. And then like a compactor, but it's based on like a rhino, like a horned rhino beetle. I think honestly a lot of these were based on bugs, kind of, because at the time I was playing a lot of Grounded in the Discord server, and I was having a great time, which I might go back to that later. Then I wanted to make like a mantis excavator, but they very much so already look like mantis. I feel like they're very inspired by it, and so it was kind of hard, but I have to explore it later. More random. Oh, these are different pens that I got recently, some highlighters and stuff, and this was just random sketches and doodles and ideas. Art trade, sketching. Oh, love these chips, like favorite chip in the world. More random ideas, or this was an idea. I was trying to make a character sheet, which I did make for Tom. I do have that somewhere out there. This is a random sketches, and here's where we start more practice, more gesture drawing and things of the sort. More gesture, random sketches, random sketches, random sketches. Random sketches, not much going on. Again, random sketches, and then over here we started the same kind of thing, but we did just plants and stuff, things of the sort, so it starts off with plants at least, because we do a lot. So I think on this singular day, we did 30 minutes of like vegetation, 30 minutes of still lives, 30 minutes of like people, 30 to an hour of people, I think, and then backgrounds for an hour. So like we were here like for hours just drawing and practicing from gesture drawings or like photos and life and things in the Discord. It was really fun. So these were all still lives here. And then more still life here, and then we get into gesture drawing, and then a little break over here for me just drawing some random creature. Gesture drawings, as per usual, messy, but I think honestly these are a lot cleaner than the ones like in the beginning. Like they're coming a bit clearer. I'm using less lines, I think, to portray things, which I think is really cool. Yeah, they're becoming very simple, like simple, which I do kind of like, you know. And then here was all backgrounds, and honestly these backgrounds for like practice, all really quick ones, do look very nice considering. I think they get kind of messy later on, but they're very simple. You can kind of see what's going on in a lot of them. Very clean. I do like the setup of these a lot, but yeah. And then random sketching, and here we do more still lifes. A lot of practice. More still lifes, and then we go to animals. Don't look too closely. I'm really bad at drawing those. More animals, and then we go to people, and oh, these are expressions, I'm pretty sure. These are expressions and faces. For these ones, I really did very well, but some of them I think I captured like the essence, you know? Some of them did feel right to me, and I could get them down. But I have to definitely, this is one of them that I have to like kind of practice a bit more to like get down, but it was really fun. Oh, this is a pen I started using. I love these pens. They're super cheap. I think for like this pack right here, this 10 pack, it's like $2, and they all work really well. I have one like right next to me. They work really well. They last for a while. The colors are pretty. So I started using this black pen to do all of these sketchings here. And for these ones is where I started like trying to think of like, you know, oh, what's an exercise I can do that would help me with character design and thinking of like ideas for characters. And I kind of came up with like, just like, oh, give me a shape. And so I would ask the Discord or people in call with me to like give me a random shape, and they did. And so this one was a star. Came with like this octopus kind of monster thing. Here was a heart, so just like an avocado person or like in a little costume. That was really cute. And then I kind of explored more. This was like a rhombus. I didn't like that one as much. This is an arrow. Didn't like that one as much. And for this one too, I think the idea of this kind of like inspired like, oh, you know, I can do more crazy stuff with like anatomy. Like I'm allowed to experiment and make things really cartoony. So I make this like crazy big hands, super skinny arms, like really short legs, you know, and I kind of go and do more of that, but not before we study. So these are all hands and feet studies. And then here's bodies, gesture drawing, more gesture drawing. I think you can definitely see that the lines that I'm using to portray the bodies are getting like smaller and smaller. Like I'm not really doing a lot of them anymore. It's all very, like I'm starting to like become very like, oh, just these lines, you know, which I'm excited about. That's good. And then we do more of the shape stuff that I was doing before, character design. This one's like a lock, I'm pretty sure. This one's based on a square. This one's super obvious. It's like a pineapple, one little pineapple guy. Random sketch. Nothing to do with it. This was a rhombus. This is just a random person. This is a random person. Ignore the kitty. She's just upset about everything in life. Random sketches. Okay, ma'am. Okay, so we'll wait here for a second. Sorry, she's deaf and blind and old, and she just, I don't know what she wants from me right now. She's just walking around and making noise. I'll go pet her after this. Yeah, but random sketches, random little character here. I think this guy's super cute. I tried these. These ones made it into the book, but not for Hall of Fame, but for Hall of Nasty. These were terrible. I hated these. God. Because also, like, the mango wasn't even, like, a good mango. It was, like, really synthetic, horrible mango. It was just a terrible experience. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. And then random sketches of space. More of these. This was a butterfly. This was a shark. This was for a compass. This little guy here. And then this was just a random character I created. And I was like, oh, maybe she's like this short, scary, kind of like old lady who's really good at making like sourdough bread. And so that's kind of what's going on here. Random little tiny truck or like car. And then this ball Miku creature. I don't know what I was doing here. And then random person crying because me for real. Mountain Dew. It was okay. I think it's like all peeled up over here, but like just random faces and, you know, random things. Not much to talk about here. Random sketches. I like this random gross dog creature though. Makes me happy. These are more practiced. Also animals, notoriously bad at, so don't look too closely. And then feet and hands we did some practice for. More feet and hands, random person. I think here and then onward is just like people and expressions again, people and expressions, and then we get to environments all over again. And as you can see by like how little I'm doing, I'm kind of running out of steam here. But at this point, I think I was like, oh, I'm almost done with the sketchbook. Like I need to get this done, and so I was kind of just practicing as much as I could, like as much space as I could. These are all bodies, but I just did them all on one page because I was too lazy to turn the page, and I didn't feel like any of them needed to be alone. This is all backgrounds and things like that again in practice. This is a random drawing, I don't know. This one I tried or attempted at first to do it like in like acrylic marker, but then I was like, I don't feel like that and the colors aren't correct, so I kind of just gave up on it. Random sketch. The eyes are really fucked up, but like don't look too closely, I just need to fill up space. So I kind of went with what I felt like at the time. Very colorful though. Oh, I tried this one. I think when it first came out, it was pretty good. Pretty good stuff. I liked it a lot. Random sketches. This random guy here, which I thought he was really silly. He's just a dude, really, but he has like these little arms in his back. He's kind of like a little spider, little weird, tiny little legs, you know, really round, very angular little knees and stuff. I don't know, it's kind of silly. And then we yapped about zombies. And over here, I created an entire species. I might do an actual like video about these guys because I love them a lot. They're very dear to me. They have so much lore and things of such. They're very cool. They're called bleeds. They're all the same creature, by the way. They just, you know, bleed lore. Random sketches with pen things. And then random sketch to fill up space, and then on this I have like 2 pages left, and so I was kind of like freaking out a little bit, you know, because it's a loss of a sketchbook. I mean, sometimes you're really excited to finish a sketchbook, but then when you get to the end of it, you're like, oh my god, I went through so much in that time. And I feel like I feel that pretty heavily with my sketchbooks, and a lot of times though I spend like 3 months, you know, maybe on it, or I think this one took me longer though because I was in such an art block. And I think a lot of this, like, I think most of this, honestly, I did within, like, the last few months. But, like, at the beginning of the sketchbook I started, then I stopped drawing for, like, a few months because I was just working so much. But now we're back. And now we're gonna turn the page, and we have a random sketch or drawing. And this, a really cool place. I have a wet specimen, like little piglet. His name is Jean Pork. And this here is me basically writing about like a review on this sketchbook. I think I might start doing this in all my sketchbooks going forward. But like, I think reflecting on the sketchbook as a whole, things I improved at, things I want to improve in later, you know, actually talking about how I felt when going through the sketchbooks and drawing in it, or like my, you know, the negatives and stuff like that. I really want to do that. Or it's like my thoughts, like towards the end of the sketchbook. I really want to keep documenting that. And then I gave it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 because even though it's not the best in beauty and grace and finished pieces, it's a lot of practice. I never thought I'd be someone who would be able to sit there and just like practice for hours on end, but I have managed to do it, and I would like to continue that habit. And then fully the last page. And last page of any sketchbook, I always leave for me to plot the next page, the next sketchbook, you know, cover, my next tasks for things. So like paintings, you know, things I want to get better at, you know, make YouTube videos for this, you know, sketchbook tour, things like that. And then that's it. It's empty. Is it done? It felt very fast when I got to the meat of it. It feels like a very short sketchbook, I think. But I think I learned a lot in a short amount of time. And I'm hoping to keep the ball rolling and keep it up, you know, and get back into it. My current sketchbook is this little guy right here. And I'm trying to do mainly color in this sketchbook and trying to like paint and stuff and write more in my sketchbooks because I enjoy doing that. And I think it's like day 2 of me having the sketchbook, maybe like day 3, because I mean, I've only drawn in it for 2 days. I do like 3 pages a day, and then I leave it alone. But I plan to get this one done maybe in a week or 2. So I'm hoping that maybe if it's good enough or if it'll suffice, might make another sketchbook tour soon based on this one and start an actual sketchbook and get back to studying and things. I think in this sketchbook I probably won't do like studies like, you know, crazy ones like this one, but I might do some small like landscapes or backgrounds or, you know, people, paintings and things like that. Color for sure, definitely color. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. If you stayed this long, hello. That's brave of you to do. And I will be seeing you guys hopefully within a few weeks.